Hey everyone, this is the third video in this shirt. No, it doesn't stink. It's all been done in the same day. Just trying to get ahead, do some videos so I'm not leaving you in the dark anymore. This video is about our pet choices. We keep rats. I would have a rat in this video, but I don't want to freak people out. Maybe. I don't know. We chose rats because Caitlin is severely allergic to cats, and we have outdoor cats, but they do not come in the house because, yeah, she gets really bad asthma and it's horrible. But it was suggested for autism that they have a pet for therapy, something they can love on and dote on and care for and interact with. And so I had kept rats in high school, so I decided that we would give it a shot again. And over the course of the last 4 years, 5 maybe total, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 rats. 6 rats. They only live about 2 to 3 years, and if you're trying to keep, you should keep rats, multiple rats, because like people, they don't like to be by themselves. Most rats don't like to be by themselves, and it's healthier for them to have a companion. The first 2 we got were girls, and their names were Amazon and Hulu, and they were hooded rats, which means they have a black head and white body, usually with a black stripe going down. And they were sweet, and Katie loved them to death. Hulu lasted 3 years, and Amazon 2, and they both died with, they had to be put down because they had tumors, which is very, very common with rats. That and respiratory issues seem to be the #1 reasons why rats will pass away or have to be put down. And I know it sounds horrible to get a pet for a child that's only going to be around 2 or 3 years, but it teaches them a few things. It teaches them responsibility. It teaches them how to care for somebody other than themselves, and it teaches them about life and death, predominantly, that, you know, things you love aren't going to be around forever. And some people see that as cruel, that why would you do that to your child? Well, I would rather they learn from a small pet than a parent, or their first death to be like when they're in high school or junior high. Like me, my first death, I was in junior high, and it was difficult, you know. It's healthy to experience a little bit of the life before you're thrown out into the real world, and rats are a good way to do that. I mean, it's heartbreaking, but then you learn that there's life after, and I don't know, we're just rat people, I guess. Hulu and Amy, like I said, lasted 2 and 3 years, and that's about average. 3 is really good, 2 is about average. We had one other after that, big boy who was a rescue, and we had a GoFundMe page for him. His name was Remy. We ended up calling him Fat Boy because he was a little bit obese. He was someone else's pet, and they couldn't care for him anymore, so we took him on. He ended up getting fixed so that he could be with Hulu, and then we found out that wasn't good because he was aggressive anyway. But by himself, he was a sweetheart, and he was one of those rats that he was okay with boys, but just not okay with girls. And he was a love, and I'm going to miss him. He was a really good boy. But he got an ear infection that didn't get any better and passed away a couple of months ago. Yeah. Before he passed away, we got a baby named Olive, who we thought was a boy. It turns out, no, Olive was a girl. And she was the sweetest little thing. I say was because she recently passed away with a respiratory infection as well. And she didn't catch it from him or vice versa. They were totally separated. I mean, one being a little teeny tiny baby. Hi. A little teeny tiny baby, and the other one being a big fat boy. We didn't want them in the same cage. So, Olive was a different case. She was not cared for properly by the pet place that we got her, and I will never be getting a rat from a pet place again. I think I will go through a rattery. A rattery is like a family or a group organization that breeds rats slowly, like not in mass quantities in a back tank in a back room, but you know, one little family at a time. Each rat is maybe bred twice, if not just once, and then every baby is like handheld a lot to be happy, because rats are a lot like people in that they are sensitive and emotional, and they have great personalities, and if as a little baby they are ill treated, that affects their personality, just like a dog. And if treated with love and respect and handled properly, they are the greatest little pets. So I think we're going to go that route next time. We do have 2 rats right now. We have 2 boys, they're brothers, that we got from a couple that had rats that didn't get fixed and had babies. And their names are Shadow and Sonic, and they're a little neurotic because I don't think they wanted to handle them a lot for fear of being attached, because they had like, I don't know how many rats that they kept, and they decided they weren't going to keep these boys and they wanted to rehome them. And I think for that reason they didn't name them and they didn't dote on them, and it affected them. So they're a little high strung, but we're working on them, and I'm sure we'll post pictures of them as the months go on. But they're 6 months old, about 6 months old. They were born in mid-December. They too are hooded rats, and they're crazy. But rats in general, fabulous little creatures, and they're the best of both worlds. They live in a cage, but they can come out and interact with you, and they're clean as hell as long as you give them a place to be clean in. I mean, if you were stuck in a cage with no toilet and you had to poop in it every day, multiple times a day, your place would stink too. But if given a proper place to poop, taught how to poop like we teach our children, and the place is cleaned on a regular basis, like, you know, you clean your home, they're very nice, clean, good smelling animals. So it all depends on who cares for them. Anyway, I'm probably rambling, but I just wanted to put that out there because I know we mention rats a lot, and show pictures of them on Instagram and whatnot. And yeah, they're a big part of our lives. In fact, I'm coming up on my 75th pound lost, and I'm going to be getting a rat-related tattoo. So there is that. I will talk to you guys later. That's it for now. That's the 3rd update. I am done until I get inspired to do some more. I'll talk to you later. Have a good week, month, whatever, and I'll talk to you. Yeah, I don't know how to end this.